Okay, for example, in the study series, what an early Christian worship service was like, what the early Christians believed about the millennium and the rapture. This is fascinating. They refused to argue. They refused to argue over things in the future, but rather they considered it brain candy, and they went back to the work of healing the sick and raising the dead. What the early Christians believe about separation from the world. This is remarkable stuff. What the early Christians believed about the ministry of widows and virgins. This is a ministry of single people that Jesus instituted, the bronze altar of incense that is gone. It's completely gone in the Christianity that I've observed. What the early Christians believed about the atonement and how the atonement continues what we do. What the early Christians believed about Israel, part 1 and part 2. What the early Christians believe about church discipline. Do you know that there were 2 layers of church discipline and they were very simplistic? No dessert until you finish your homework. If a person had too many struggles with some kind of problem or sin, they could be asked to sit out of the communion time, which is the hottest, most sacred, most powerful time, and that's forgotten. It's not just the bread and wine for Shabbat. It is the body and blood of Yeshua regularly with confession beforehand. If the confession before communion isn't going on, there's no way to say, hey, sit out of communion for a while and see if we can get a breakthrough on that problem. These are some of the things. The 5 laws of the kingdom of God. That's not some kind of airy-fairy, goofy, opinionated thing. This is deep research and detailed references from original sources, not just like commentaries from people who are shouting out of the mountain. This book on judging and judgment is remarkable, absolutely intense. What we're called to do and how we're called to evaluate one another. A glimpse at early Christian church life. This is actually Tertullian, The Origin of Dyes, Precious Metals, and Cosmetics. Shakalavakosoto. No doubt, of course, it was God who showed humans how to dye wool with the abstracts of herbs and the fluid from shells. When he was creating the universe, no doubt he forgot the command to bring forth purple and scarlet sheep. No doubt it was God, too, after careful deliberation, devised the manufacture of those garments that are very light and thin in substance, but very heavy in price. All of Tertullian's commentaries, he's a lawyer. He makes these rhetorical statements. Oh, I guess God did. Now, those same angels also instructed humans, the fallen angels, in the use of eye makeup and how to dye wool. Yet, as Enoch tells us, those angels were condemned by God. So how can we possibly please God while we revel in the use of the things that those angels taught? For because of such things, those angels provoked the anger and vengeance of God. These are some of the things that one would relax and study and meditate on as they stay here. Peace be with you.